President Edgar Lungu has warned that the Copperbelt University and the University of Zambia will not be reopened unless students at the two institutions sober up. President Lungu says it is unacceptable for students at the two public universities to destroy public property over meal allowances. ZNBC's Lillian Kalaba reports that the president was responding to a plea from Caro Chanda, a Copperbelt University student who is in Italy, that the universities be opened. This was during a meeting, during a Meet the President meeting held last night at the residency of Zambia's ambassador to Italy, Gertrude Mwape. We have details in this report.
Affecting Zambians in this part of the world. President Edgar Lungu is in Rome, has taken time off his busy schedule to interact with Zambians living in Italy. These Zambians came in their numbers to meet President Lungu at the residence of Zambia's ambassador to Italy, Gertrude Mwape. About 200 Zambians, mostly Catholic clergy, students and engineers, are resident in Rome. The president took this opportunity to state his position on the closure of the two universities. He had a timely warning for students at the two institutions of learning.
Where was the wisdom in damaging property? Where was the wisdom in injuring and maiming innocent Zambians, some of them their own parents? I think it's the height of responsibility on the part of those who are privileged to be in schools or higher institution of learning to take advantage of the so-called freedom to express opinion or freedom to demonstrate. That's why, in fact, even the Public Order Act comes in handy, because without the Public Order Act, there would be mayhem in the country, because people think the liberty to assemble, the liberty to express an opinion, also carries with the liberty to destroy other people's lives or property. That I won't accept. I'm a very weak president, but I'm a very resolved president. When I resolve, I resolve.
Other issues raised in the meeting were clauses in the newly amended constitution, energy crisis, and the August 11th elections.
It's my prayer that the Electoral Commission of Zambia and the Ministry of Justice will work expeditiously to ensure that we put to rest this constitution controversy, because we agreed that we will do the Bill of Rights and pass it through. So if you don't read by the time we go to the poll on the 11th of August, we just vote yes or no without knowing what you are voting for. Please, my dear citizens, my dear colleagues, let's read. Even when we've told you that the document is available, and some of you have seen it, but you're asking people like questions like, the Constitution says civil servants must resign 3 years prior to contesting elections. I've said, which article, which section, which clause? No one has shown me this. So please, read it for yourself so that you understand. If you don't understand after you've read, you say, I don't understand this, instead of picking gossip from the street and running with it.
Foreign Affairs Minister Harry Kalaba was also at the meeting.
I want to report to Your Excellency that we have completed working on the diaspora policy, and that next month I'll be bringing to Cabinet the diaspora policy for approval by Cabinet, so that we can start the implementation.
First Lady Esther Lungu urged the residents to continue promoting peace and unity.
Here as I come, facing the Zambians, it makes me feel the whole world is one. Amen. We are all one. There is no segregation whatsoever.
Residents thanked President Lungu for responding positively to all the issues affecting them. Lillian Kalaba, ZNBC News, Rome, Italy.
Meanwhile, interim chairperson for Zambians living in Italy, Father Kampamba Katongo, commended the Patriotic Front government for enacting the dual citizenship clause, as it allows those in the diaspora to effectively participate in national development. And President Lungu says some of the decisions he will make will be influenced by the meeting he had with Pope Francis at the Vatican. Speaking to journalists shortly after touring at St. Peter's Basilica at the Vatican City, President Lungu says it is an honor to have a one-on-one meeting with the Pope. ZNBC's Mulan Sofo reports that St. Peter's is the largest and oldest church built close to about 2,000 years ago. We have another report.
It is the largest and oldest church in the Vatican City. St. Peter's Basilica of the Catholic Church was built close to 2,000 years ago. The entire interior of St. Peter's is lavishly decorated with marble and architectural sculpture. The basilica contains a number of tombs of popes and other notable people, many of which are considered outstanding artworks. The remains are displayed for all to appreciate. And President Edgar Lungu, who is on an official visit to the Vatican, took time to tour the basilica. The president's tour coincided with a display of one famous Catholic saint, Padre Pio, at the Vatican, who died nearly 50 years ago. The remains of another saint, Leopard Madic, a Croatian Capuchin, who was like Pio, celebrated for his skill in receiving confessions, is also on display, a quality Pope Francis wants to champion during the Jubilee year. The remains will be on display till February 11, and thousands of Christians have gathered at the Basilica to pray and view the remains. President Edgar Lungu and First Lady also took time to pray at Pope John Paul II's tomb. The Catholic Church has had over 200 popes in a span of 2,000 years. And President Lungu says the tour of St. Peter's is revitalizing.
It's so spiritual, so revealing. I hope we have revitalized our spiritual life. Because when we talk about these things, some people think we are hallucinating or fantasizing. It's real.
The president also further stated that the meeting with the Pope will influence some of the changes back home.
I think you've seen for yourself. We have been to the FAO, we've been to IFAD, we've met the Pope. I don't want to meet the Pope anyway. For me, it's a great revelation actually. I had a one-on-one with the Pope, so the rest of the things you see in me could be influenced by just that short meeting we had.
St. Peter's has been described as an ornament of the earth with a lot of beauty and history which everyone would want to visit. President Lungu, who is accompanied by First Lady Esther, Foreign Affairs Minister Harry Kalaba, and other senior government officials, has since left Italy for France. Mulan Sofum, TVT News at the Vatican.